Good afternoon or good evening.
Good evening to you.
Clever, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about
So
you?
I'm good. So welcome to the Recent Past podcast. It's a delight to have you here.
Thank you.
Maybe by way of introduction, you can just tell us what's your name and what do you do?
Oh well, called Clever Peterson Onena. Formerly Judas. That's the name that I was for famously known for. And I'm an entrepreneur, cybersecurity expert. I do blogging and yeah, some stuff like little, sometimes programming as well.
Yeah. You are kind of a known figure in terms of the entertainment industry and digital content in this country, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Would you also say that you're a controversial person?
Sometimes I'm controversial, but I don't.
Because especially the name, because when did you change your name from Judas? When did you stop using the name Judas?
That's when my identity was unmasked. That was around 2018.
Ah,
Yeah, so I had to stop being the Judas because I had an account that I was running, an anonymous account for articles and stuff. So I was famously known for controversial stories and stuff.
so that Judas account, you ran it for how long?
For 2 years.
And that account, what kind of controversial stuff was that account running?
Okay, I could write about celebrity gossip, and then we could unearth some secrets about public figures in the country here.
And no one knew that you were the one behind it?
Nobody knew.
How did you manage to keep that secret?
Of course, for my safety, I was so much careful with meeting people. Although there are like girls that are being sent to, because we men, we are very weak to girls. So there are like these girls decoys that were sent, but yeah,
So these girls were sent to kind of to unearth you?
yeah, to unearth me because if it's a man
Uh,
messaging me, I will be very careful. But a lady, of course, you will know you're taking risk, but sometimes you just do it.
you do it. You go with the lady?
Yeah, you go meet them.
So so that Judas account published what? Fallacious kind of like very liable stories or what?
Um, Not really like reliable stories. Sometimes I could write fake stories that I was paid for, and most of the things we're doing were clickbait. Of course, we are earning from Google AdSense. You have to write a controversial story that will, attract the viewers, the visitors on the website. Yeah.
What kind of controversial stories were there like by then? What
Uh,
was the kind of the most trending?
the most trending was South Sudan being ranked as the most ugly people.
The ugly people in the world.
Yeah.
So you crafted that story?
Yeah, I crafted the story.
How? What was the process? What was the mental process behind crafting that?
Of course, it was in the night.
Yeah.
That's when I created Dubai, and that was the first story that trended on Dubai. So I was looking for what to publish, and this just came in, and I had to write a story
So-
and
so-
fake the whole stuff.
So when did you create Dubai?
Dubai was created in 2016.
2016.
Yeah,
So you created it and then you were like, okay, I need a story to make this page go.
it had to go viral.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I started with these controversial stories, and also ranking tribes in the country, sometimes on beauty, on brain, knowledge, and the rest.
When you say like, okay, these are the top 10 tribes in terms of, these are a ranking of the tribes in terms of their intelligence. So people get very emotive about this. People comment a lot.
Yeah, people comment a lot, and people go to see how the tribe performed. If it's top 10, they want to see.
But
where they're ranking.
why do you think people are so concerned of how their tribe perform when the thing is all just a fictional thing? It's not a research paper.
They don't understand that.
So they don't know it's not. They think it's like from some World Bank or some whatever. It's from some research
Of course,
institution.
we make the story look real. Of course, we'll have some. Of course, we'll say this was based on a research.
What research? So you'll just say based on a research.
Based on research, and then this brought us trouble. I think then when we wrote a story about this university in Harvard.
Yeah.
Like Harvard ranked South Sudanese girls as the most beautiful in Africa.
So you wrote that?
Yeah, we wrote that, and then Harvard had to respond.
Harvard responded?
Yeah, Harvard responded, yeah.
Wait, why did Harvard respond?
Basically, they responded to the article that was online on our website.
On your
So
website?
they commented with Harvard, it's verified. We checked everything, and
So they said this
it
is
was
rubbish?
legit. Yeah, they said they never carried out any research. So, and then they were kindly asking us to take down the story, and we did so.
So did you ever think that Harvard would reply to you one day?
No, that's never come into my mind. I was even excited seeing.
So you're more
that
excited
comment.
seeing that the Harvard commented?
Yeah, exactly. I saw the comment, and I had to take a screenshot and show everybody. Like, see, these guys responded to us, so we're doing well.
So basically you're just shopping all kind of fictional stories.
Yeah, by then
That ran for how long?
that ran for I think it was a year and a half.
A year and a half.
Close to 2. Yeah, close to 2 years.
So like, how does the process go? Like, do you guys have an editorial meeting? So like, okay, these are the top 10. What kind of story can we create today?
Yeah, we agree. We have a board of admins where like we discuss topics. So I'll be like, there is this topic that I'll want to share, and I don't know what you guys say about it. Should I put it now, schedule it for another time, or someone is having another story to publish at that very time? So we contribute to that story, to one story.
To one story.
Yeah, to make it like go
So the whole aim of the story is what? Is to go viral, huh?
to go viral, and we are also earning
From it?
from Google AdSense.
Like the story of the South Sudan being the ugliest people.
Yeah,
Like, you got money out of it?
We got a lot of money, and then I was not the one receiving the money. My AdSense account was run by my former employees. That was the hot in Juba. Yeah, so these guys they had the account because my account wasn't approved yet for AdSense. So I had the ads on the page on the website, on all the pages on the website, and all the earnings they were taking it.
So tell me about the reputation that you earned, because a lot of people think that a lot of people tell me that you're a hacker, you do impersonation, or you at times run malicious stories and extort money from people in order to take them down. What do you say to that?
Oh, sure. This is not the first time I'm hearing this. Like almost everybody that I meet, they always come and then tell me like, "Hey, Clever, you're not a good person." I will ask them how, and then they'll be like, "You expose people." And then when I ask them, "How do we expose people?" Because when we're running the website, we only target the celebrities, the public figures. If you're not a public figure, we'll not write any story about you, no matter how much controversial it is. You get it? So when I ask them that question, I return the question to them. They don't seem to answer me back, because in every country, like blogs write stories about celebrity, like the celebrity gossips. We don't expose them. It's part of our work.
Do you think some of your work is at times, or some of your previous work was a bit at times criminal or like illegal?
Okay, by then we weren't so much civilized like right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean that we are not civilized?
By then, that's why we ran the accounts, the websites, and anonymous accounts because we had people who were so short-tempered. You get a threat immediately on the post or anywhere. They'll be like, "We'll look for you, we'll get you," and stuff like that.
Have you been threatened a lot before?
Yeah, I was threatened, but I've never been arrested.
Yeah, but you were in jail some time back.
Yeah, that when I was in jail, it was some different story. It was not about social media and everything.
You're not in jail because of your content.
It wasn't because of the content. It was something related to my work.
Okay. But you also Young Tycoon, who's kind of like a known South Sudanese controversial content creator who says he's a billionaire, he's a what? He threatened you on a live video. He says there is a guy named Clever Peterson, blah blah. When I come to Juba,
I'll kill him.
I'll kill him.
Yeah, like to me, I'm used to that, like to such threats, like because almost everybody threatens to kill. It's something like common with us South Sudanese.
Doesn't it worry you?
I know it doesn't.
Why?
It doesn't because I know they won't. But people around me, the people around me care a lot, so they advise me to be careful and also to report the cases to the police.
What is your relationship with Young Tycoon?
I worked with him, Young Tycoon, yeah. That was around 2016, 17, 18, until 18, until when he was arrested over what was it? Fraud.
So what was your role in working with Young Tycoon?
My role was to market him because what he wanted was he wanted publicity.
What was he selling?
His personality.
His personality is what he was selling to the public?
Yeah.
And what so when you started with him on day one, what was the conversation like?
The conversation was like, hi. He contacted me. He got my number. And then he contacted me. He said he wanted to work with me. And I will be creating stories that he will be paying for. So I like, oh, not bad. Good for business. So we started creating stories. I started writing stories for him about there was this thing he did. What was it? When he visited a school in Kenya.
Yeah, that
a charity.
Donated.
Yeah, he donated to a school in Kenya. The story was fake. I created the story, and if you noticed,
that he donated even to the Red Cross or to something also.
Yeah, he donated through the Red Cross. And then immediately 1 week later, Red Cross came out and denied ever working with.
So the story, the Kenyan media picked the story. The Kenyan gossip.
Yeah, they picked it.
Even the mainstream?
He visited even the U.S. Nairobi University. Yeah, he met with some students. Even the mainstreams, yeah, they took the story.
And
because it was coming directly from him, because he said it in a video. So these people trusted the story.
And you are behind.
But me, I know the whole stuff was fake.
The whole thing was fake.
The whole stuff was fake. And sometimes it could tell me to at least write a story about him. He wants to be on top when someone is searching about the richest people in South Sudan. So when you go to search for richest people in South Sudan, he wants to be the top, the first result up there. Yeah, so we worked on that until
Even now, if you search
right now, no.
Yeah, but
I
he
lost
used
the
to.
domain.
Yeah, because even like there was even like this kind of this African gossip, whatever blogs. Even they put him as one of the richest people. They said he's a billionaire.
Those are people who don't know anything, and of course, they're doing it for the money. And he pays them around, like me, he was paying me $200 to $300. That is Young Tycoon, yeah. $200 to $300
for the stories.
Yeah, for a story.
Are there other people who but like when Do you think at times you're like, do you think you're doing that? Do you think you're probably like causing harm to anyone by publishing such stories? Like, for
Uh,
example, that school that you said you donated to, and don't you think this is a bit of, you're doing a bit of disservice to people who actually probably thought this donation is real?
sure, I understand that, but according to him, he wants to attract investors from outside because in his profile, he says he's a gold dealer
Mm.
approved
Mm.
by the authorities in the country. So in one way or the other, he's looking for investors, gold dealers from outside. And if they come to the country here, of course, the first person they will look up to is Young Tycoon because they see him outside there playing with money and stuff, and they will believe he has that money.
So like people basically like people set up credibility. This builds credibility. This kind of stories and what all this publicity builds credibility. Other people will think that he's credible.
Yeah, other people will believe it
Do
because
other
the aim was to make people believe it,
and people do.
and people were believing it. And until now, like there are some South Sudanese who still believe Young Tycoon is rich, but then when he threatened to kill me on one of his videos, live videos, I was forced to respond, but it was also a live video, so I leaked some of these secrets that people do not know, and to people outside there who believe he's rich, he's not rich, because I've worked with him, and at one point we collected some money together with him. That was in King Fahad Davshil. People who stayed in Uganda know about that. We picked around $600, 300 to me for my work because I was not paid, and then 300 for his lodge.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's the billionaire.
that's the billionaire.
So, are there other people that you worked with to kind of are there people that you made famous or you made known in this country also through your work?
Yeah, sure. Because I can start with John Frog.
Yeah.
On Judas' account, I could correct people like grammars and like grammatical errors and stuff. I will screenshot and then correct it.
Yeah.
And then this is how I started with John Frog, and John Frog slowly, and then other artists started learning. Also, they were careful. You publish something and you have to very
careful with the language.
Yeah, with the language. Yeah, and we have Achai because I was running.
You worked with Achai, right?
Yeah, I worked with Achai from 2018 until last year.
What was your role like working with Achai?
My role, I was a personal manager, private secretary said, and then office manager as well. And we had beauty pageants like the Miss Achawir and stuff. So I was also the general manager for these pageantries, and also K2 the brother had K2 promotions. So I was also running K2 promotions.
It's a lot of work.
Like I was the manager for all this stuff. Be it when we are writing proposals, project proposals, or writing letters, invitation letters, and stuff.
Do you think you grew the brand?
Of course, yeah, I did.
When you started, how big was the following? Achai's following online.
The following was very low. Was very low, very low, very low. We started with the first thing to bring her up because she was already getting that money, and we thought of like a pageantry, beauty pageant, where like these girls come and showcase their talents and skills. So that was one way also to bring her up, because we will invite these public figures, the big guys, to come and attend. And if you can remember, by then this Miss something was so big.
Yeah,
it was so big. Maybe right now it's less celebrated. Yeah, but then back in the days it was really selling. So we started with that, and we had Together for Peace that was in Uganda, where like the ambassador was invited.
What was your role in Together for Peace?
Together for Peace. I was the manager, of course. Yeah, the guy doing the stuff down, the invisible hand. Yeah. So, but then writing letters, I could attach my name there. Yeah, writing letters, meeting the celebrities.
Were you involved in Diamond's concert
Yeah, personally, we traveled to Tanzania.
with K2?
Yeah, with K2.
What was the conversation like when you first of all got in touch with Diamond, its team?
Diamond, of course, we told him like we are from South Sudan, because these people, Tanzanians, do not know South Sudan.
They don't know what South Sudan.
They think the first thought we are Nigerians. Yeah, we told them there's a country called South Sudan. We are part of Sudan, but then now we are independent. So we have Together for Peace, and of course we had to highlight him about the past. You know, if we do not do that, when he finds out on his own, he will be discouraged. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told him about all the war.
Yeah,
business.
we told him like, yeah, there was war, but now people are coming together, and we bringing you on board will attract like people from other regions here in the country to attend your show. So it was like, no problem.
You met him. You guys met him personally.
Yeah, at first during the payment we met the manager, and then that was in his house. So I don't know, maybe he hit Diamond, and then he said we'll have to go to Asafi, that's the radio, where we'll meet the team and also Diamond, and also have the chance to take a picture with him. Yeah.
So who was in this team that went there? You and K2?
It was only me and K2 that traveled.
How much does it cost to get Diamond to here, to come here?
By then it was not that much. It was around 50,000.
That's a good money.
That's good money. That was like it wasn't for one show. That they were for 2 shows.
Because he was at the museum, and then he went to Freedom Hall.
Freedom Hall. That was the VIP during the pageantry.
Yeah.
We put him there during the pageantry, and then we had now the open show where like everybody was allowed in.
So kind of like you are kind of like engineering, putting up the ideas together and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that was so Diamond showed up in the country, and that kind of the show actually went well.
Yeah, the show was successful. It was successful because it was well planned.
There were a lot of people. There's so many young people especially on the museum one.
Yeah, there were like, I don't know, if I could estimate, that was around 30,000.
Wow.
Yeah, 30,000 people.
Did you feel proud when you said like young people walking all the way from Gudele, Shirka?
Yeah, wow. I felt proud because even like other like those kids in Gudele and outside, when they meet me, I feel proud. They're like, oh, I think that's because of my work. Yeah. So and then the other artists also. You guys brought a Harmonize, or that was Harmonize? That was during the opening, the launching of the space.
That was during the launching of the space.
The space, yeah, we brought him for the launching.
Was this the time where he got the collabo with John Frog, or? Yeah,
that was the very time he got the.
How did that happen? The John Frog collabo.
The John Frog collabo. Okay, we after the launching of the club, so this one Harmonize is a very social person. So he was like, hey, we should go out to the clubs and looking for girls and stuff. So we headed to the space, and we had this DJ. What was his name? I think it was Selector T. I think you know Selector T.
Yeah.
He's really doing great right now. So by that time, he was still coming up. He was playing South Sudanese music. And when he played Gondo Sakit, when Harmonize saw everyone vibing to the song, he joined too. And he asked for the artist. He asked who was the artist. And then by then, John Frog was still under K2
It was under K2 Promotions, right?
It was under K2 Promotion. So the deal was very quick. Yeah, it was very quick.
So from there, like, you guys looked for John Frog?
John Frog was around.
He was around?
Yeah,
but he was like,
John Frog is a shy guy, so he was there with the crowd.
Yeah.
So they called him out.
Yeah.
Harmonize called him to join him on his table,
Yeah.
and they started talking. And 2 days later, they walked on the.
They worked on it in the hotel, right?
Yeah, it was in the hotel at Pyramid.
Ah,
Even the video was shot at Pyramid.
wow.
Yeah.
Did you guys think it will go this big?
Of course, the song was already doing good.
Like, I mean, but now regionally. After the collabo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helped John Frog a lot.
I mean, last time I interviewed him, he said, but he did a bit of chit chat. He didn't get much out of that, right?
Money?
Yeah.
No, that was not.
Do you think he was shortchanged? Because Harmonize it was on Harmonize channel, right? The video.
The video was on Harmonize, yeah. It was on Harmonize. It was his own idea, John Frog's idea, because he wanted the song to go, like, to reach out to people.
Do you think he felt some type of way when he saw that all that money being made by Harmonize team?
Of course, yeah. He's a human being. Yeah, I think.
You think
of course, he did.
He did feel like, oh man, like it's.
Yeah, and then I noticed he did the same mistake again with Kenzo.
With Kenzo also?
Yeah, Kenzo uploaded the song, like
the collab with Kenzo also went to.
It was on Kenzo's YouTube account.
Why do you think why do you think he makes those mistakes?
Sometimes it could be excitement, but I don't know. I don't really know. It could be a strategy by musicians. Yeah, because I'm not a musician. So
you're not a musician, so
yeah. But the excitement, of course, it's there.
So, you no longer work for HIV, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm not.
Was that by mutual consent or there was some issues?
It was a mutual consent.
But you guys are cool?
Yeah, we're very cool. We're very cool. Even with K2 right now, we do speak. He calls me, I call him. We do talk. And Achai, before even she was taken to, before she was detained, I was still in contact with her.
Okay.
Yeah, she will contact me and ask me other stuff. There's some stuffs there.
Do you also like work with other artists right now?
Yeah, I do. A lot of artists come to me for publicity. Yeah, because I have this platform where we post, we update like the audience with new music or things that are happening with the artist.
That's on Dubai.
On Dubai, yeah.
So you founded Dubai, you said what, in 2018?
2016.
Yeah. Like right now, how big is it?
It's really big.
Yeah.
It's really big, and I can honestly say we are organic.
So that means your audience is all true, bro.
Our audience is legit. Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about Mariak, your relationship with Mariak, because he was hosted in this podcast, and he said, he said Dubai is not a competition to him. He said this is a comedic page; it's not something that is hard. But also, he said you're his protege who went rogue, and then he decided to ask you out of the
page
of the Hot in Juba page. What is your relationship with him, and what kind of things did you do at Hot in Juba?
My relationship with him currently we are good. We drink together. We do other stuffs together. Like if businesses are brought to us, sometimes we share with them. But then I admit, like he said, I'm his prodigy. I admit, because I started working. I was a writer, a ghostwriter on Hot in Juba. That's when the Judas came about. I could write stories, Kampala-based stories, and then what was the other question?
Yeah, so I'm saying how did you evolve from there?
Okay, we worked, and then when I watched the podcast, he lied when he said I wasn't following some guidelines. That was
so you think that was not true?
Yeah, that was
because
not true.
Because he said he had to put you in line because you were not following the editorial guidelines of that.
No, not really. Okay, what really happened was as I was working for him, I created Dubai.
Mm.
Yeah, Dubai was first created as General Salva Kiir. When you go to the page, transparency, like the details, you'll find like the page was initially created as Salva Kiir.
Yeah.
And when I created that, that was for us to merge it with our Hot in Juba.
So you guys created that
Yeah,
so that it
so
gets more following?
yeah, because when
Don't you
I
think it's a bit tricky to have a page that's called General Salva Kiir?
no, because I was updating about real things that were happening.
Uh,
Yeah, like his visits, like state visits or commissioning of places. So I was like, it was now like the press unit, the presidential
Yeah.
press unit. Yeah, until I had people contacted me from the office of the president and were like, hey, you know what, you need to slow down. Yeah, those stories that you're writing, like, it's causing some, I don't know. By then, our Atenuek was still the
Yeah,
press secretary in the office of the president. Yeah, so I had to stop. When I stopped, Mariak was aware. We had General Salva Kiir. And then there's the other guy in Nairobi, Dex Font. He was Manchwer, yeah, he was also aware that we are developing the other page in for us to merge it with the Hot in Juba. But then now, as we were going on, I changed the name to Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah, when I changed it to Dubai, and I bought the domain name.
It had how many followers by the time you changed it?
It was around 3,000. 3,000 followers, yeah. Because Hot in Juba was around 10,000. So if you could manage, you could, add some followers. Yeah, so I created Dubai, and Maria got to know about it, that I was running Dubai. So in one way or the other, he got mad.
He got mad, huh?
Yeah, he removed me without informing me. Yeah, so I just noticed I was removed. Like, you've been removed from your role in Hot in Juba. And then I asked him, what's happening? He's like, that was not me. That was Dex Font who removed you. So, and then later on, there was a story, like they published something about it.
They published a story?
Yeah, Judas is no longer part of us.
Oh, so they published it on the page? You got to know through the page?
Yeah. No, that was, I already knew. And I confronted him, asked him what was really going on, why I was removed from my role in the page. And then he denied having any responsibility with that. So it was attributed to who? To Manquer.
So then, now when you're removed, you went to now focus on Dubai?
Yeah, then now I focus on Dubai because we were doing the same thing. Hot in Juba was doing the same. It was a tabloid, and I also created a tabloid. Yeah, we were reporting like when stories to be like these stories. We break stories about the homos and any new discovery. We do break them discovery
before it reaches the mainstream media.
Before it reaches the mainstream media.
I see you guys publish a lot of accidents. A lot of how do you get information about accidents around the city?
About the accidents, these are people who sent us.
So people just send it to you.
Yeah.
So when people see something, they immediately take pictures.
They take a picture of it, and then we ask them to give details about the accident, where it happened, the location, and about the injuries. So they send the whole stuff, and then we construct a story out of it.
What kind of like famous or infamous stories have you broken through Dubai?
We broke about the transgender Layla, and then there was another.
Who is this transgender Layla?
She was formerly he's called Chan.
The gentleman in Bor?
The Bor gentleman in the US, yeah.
He's in the US now.
He's in the US. Everything happened while he was in the US because he was raised in Egypt, and then from there, a lot of people sought asylum from Egypt. So they made it to the States, and I don't know. It happened that he changed his agenda.
And how did you get the information?
The information, it was leaked to us.
Someone sent it to you?
Someone sent it, yeah. And then now it was our job to to find out more about that very person, Chan. And she was also controversial when we write stories about her. She will respond. She has that big audience as well, and she's very good in Arabic, and she could insult the hell out of us in Arabic, but we're losing nothing.
So it was
So
like
she,
it was like
yeah,
win-win for you.
it was a win-win for us, yeah, because she was channeling people to visit. Dubai.
What other stories have you?
There was this story of this kid here. Uh, he was also a gay, an open gay. That was around 2018. I forgot his name. The name was here. We were the first people to break it out.
Don't you think that also like jeopardizes the safety of these people when you put them out there?
I don't think so, because they publicly go and introduce themselves to.
Yeah, but
to
they are not
people.
in a front on a platform with like hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah, but if you go public, that means you don't care about any other media catching, like taking your story.
Okay.
But sometimes, sometimes sometimes it affects them. You know, it does. As humans, what affects you is when I come to you. Yeah, you could not be bothered about the certain stuff, but when I come to you, be like, hey, bro, this is not good. This is going to cause you A, B, C, D. All right, and then another person comes to you. There is one way or the other, you'll become emotional. You become emotional.
Do you take responsibility for that? For some people that you might not hurt them physically, but you cause them emotional distress. Do you take responsibility for that?
Yeah, we take responsibilities, like full responsibility.
In which sense?
In case like they try to look for us.
No, not about look for it. Do you take responsibility that like, oh, I'm not a good person. Like what I did made someone else
No.
feel bad. You don't care about that.
No, I don't do that. I don't go and apologize for like publishing something.
You have no
Of course,
regrets.
when it's on the public domain, it's accessible by everybody.
Okay.
So I don't mind like sharing it, because it was like it's already shared on social media. So I pick it from social media, and then it remains on social media.
Do you think what does Mariak then now, as Mariak said, like you guys are comedy, he's real news. What do you think of that?
Mariak, okay, on in our private, like personal conversations with him, he says Dubai tries to copy him, and there was a story he accused us of copying from him. But when I brought the story to him and we compared, he was not satisfied, because he had that already in mind. Like we copied the stuff from him, so he had to check the history. You know, Facebook has that edit history.
Edit history.
He checked, there was no edit history. You know, I told him we don't copy, you guys. We don't copy. We do okay, because we evolved from being a tabloid to a reliable news outlet.
You think you're reliable?
We're very reliable right now, because I don't remember having a fake story or a story that is not fully confirmed shared on Dubai.
Okay.
I'm very careful with that.
Do you think you guys are a competition to Hot in Juba? He said you're not.
That's according to him, but we go by majority vote, yeah, because everybody outside there knows, like, we are a big threat to Hot in Juba, and will continue being a threat to him, because recently, during this, every new month we have the performances by pages in South Sudan. Could be mainstream, alternative, and then the celebrities. And I can tell you, we've been leading from January. From January until date, we've been leading. But just that recently we had like some restriction on our page, so it affected our performance in one way or the other. But still, if the result comes out, we know our spot will be taking the spot.
What do you think is the appetite for the South Sudan's public in terms of information? What do people like most?
People like negative stories.
All kind of negative stories.
It has to be negative. That's why when I said back then, our people were a little bit uncivilized. Right now, celebrities come to me and be like, "Hey, create a story about me."
So you think a lot of celebrities will want a negative story about them?
They want negative stories. They will do something, and then it will be in agreement with us. They will do something, and then we'll be the first to report it, and then it has to be negative. They do this sometimes to sell the upcoming albums or songs.
What kind of a negative things will you probably with celebrities create? Like what?
Sometimes the relationship with other celebrities.
Like they have a beef with this,
They
broke up with this person.
Yeah, exactly.
And you.
Or sometimes the positive is if they appreciate somebody. We have artists right now who draw.
Yeah.
So sometimes they approach them and then appreciate them with token. Yeah.
So like, oh, this.
So and then we create a story about that. And when we create that positive story, people will share it, but people will not interact with the story. They need a story that people will interact with.
And what people interact with is a negative
story. Because now this is where like the fan base will be divided. Yeah. There are those who will be supporting the artist, and then there are those who will be against the artist, which is a good publicity for them.
So you guys engineered that at the time?
Yeah, we engineer it.
Do you think this can be a recipe for disaster in case it is used for political reasons? Like if there are political divisions in the country and so people engineer this kind of discussions?
Yeah. Dubai, we rarely report political stories. We're only based on entertainment. And then this where Mariak says we are different. Because now is trying to, report on national stories, political stories, and stuff. But then as we just like the TMZ, there are a lot of independent media outlets there that only focus on entertainment. That is to do with the industry. It could be the music industry, the comedy industry, and then the sports, celebrity, anything to do with celebrities. Yeah, we focus on that only.
How influential are you right now? Because when you look at your influence, how influential are you or your platform?
Honestly, okay. Sometimes when I share stuff on my personal account, there are people who come and comment, and they know when I write on Dubai. Yeah, they're very smart enough to compare and then catch me. So I have a lot of people who came up through my influence. You get it? And then I have also artists who come to me for advice. Like I help them with advising them on what to do and not what to do and what not to do. You get it? Yeah. So me influencing them is through the platform that I have, which is Dubai.
Do people approach you to do malicious things?
Yeah, they do, but we have one way to chase them away. You ask for a lot of money.
What if they pay?
They don't.
How much is a lot of? How much will you share?
We'll ask them like, okay, for us to share the sensitive story, we'll charge you $10,000.
And then they just stop.
They'll be like, they should know.
What kind of things do people usually want to ask? What kind of malicious things do people want to push through a platform?
Okay, the things are like sometimes women, like co-wives and stuff, they fight each other, all right? And one co-wife will go and dig something about the other, and then will come with the information and be like, Dubai, I want you to publish this. Yeah, we'll ask, how is that person related to you? How is the person related to you? They'll be like, no, this is a person that is having a problem with me. Sometimes housewives and girlfriends, they have that. And then housewives always come to us so that we can expose to the malicious stuff that the girls are doing.
So you get a lot of those requests?
We get too much of the requests, and we turn them down, but we don't tell them that we don't...
You don't tell them we don't publish this?
We don't publish that, but we will ask them, like, okay, you want us to share this? They'll be like, yeah. We're like, okay, we'll charge you this amount of money. And we know in this economy crisis, like it's really difficult for them to raise that
It
money.
is really difficult for
Yeah,
them
for them.
to.
Yeah, so that's an honest way to chase them away.
Do you make good money from your platform right now?
Yeah, we do make money from advertisements.
How
We
much do
have
you make per month
advertisers.
on average?
Per month, 1,200.
$1,200 from
Yeah,
ads.
yeah, that is not stable. Sometimes it goes higher, and it depends on the advertisers that approach us.
Okay. Is there any
Yeah.
other sources for you to make money?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have other sources. At first, I had this company, the JD Tech,
Yeah.
that was based on will be a tech solution company
Yeah.
for web development, mobile app development, and domain registration, hosting, and stuff. I could get some money when organizations come for projects, their own projects, and then right now, uh, it's Dubai and my other businesses outside there that are non-tech. Yeah, I have other businesses outside
What
there
kind of
that are
businesses?
on shop.
You have a shop?
I have a shop, and also I have this taxi.
The on the like Mosalat?
Mosalad, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Mosalad. I have borders,
Ah.
yeah. And then sometimes I rely on Gurus Vitana Takomada.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think you have grown as a person? Do you think you're a bit of a more mature individual right now?
Yeah, currently I am.
Mm.
I am. I'm more responsible than I was back in the days, because back in the days I was married when I started when all these things started. I was already married. I had a daughter, and the responsibility was not that much for me, and I could get money. When I was with Achai, we had this seasonal money.
Yeah, that comes.
Yeah, sometimes it comes, sometimes it does not come. When it comes, we have to go to club. We have to buy things for ourselves. Buy stuffs for your car, accessories for your car, travel, and all that. But then, when my family started expanding, I started getting to know what responsibility is, and I started cutting some other habits and focusing on something that I know will bring me money, because the other time we were only relying on one source. When I was working with Achai, I was relying on one source. Everybody was relying on one source of money. If when Achai is broke, everyone is broke. When she has money, people will have money. So I tried to change that. That's when I pull out. I pull out immediately after Dow. You know Dow?
Yeah,
The one that is owning top level right now,
yes.
signing artists and stuff. He made it public, but me, I was advised not to go public about it. Yeah, and then it was in a mutual consent there. No fight, nothing.
Yeah.
So when I pulled out, my young brother over the other side he has been a businessman, entrepreneur and stuff. Sometimes he manages my thing, so you could come to me and tell me, Clever, hey, your family is expanding. Now you have 2 wives.
You have 2 wives now?
Right now I have 2 wives.
How many kids?
I have 5 kids.
Wow. So you have 2 wives and 5 kids?
Yeah, I had 3 wives actually.
You had 3 wives before?
Yeah, but the third wife, mashakil visit and I returned her back to the house.
Do you think you'll stop here or you'll have another wife?
The genetics, so I don't know. My father had 36 wives.
Wow.
But me, I think by that time, responsibilities wasn't like it is right now.
How old are you now?
I'm 28, turning 29.
You're 28, turning 29 with 2 wives or 3 wives and now 2.
I had 2 wives when I was 27.
You had 2 wives when you were 27.
Yeah, I was 27.
Do you think there are people who look up to you now?
Yeah, very, very many people looking up to me.
When they look up to you, what are they looking for? What do you think they learn from you?
they learn to be hardworking and not surrendering. You don't give up. Yeah, because most people right now in my previous camp, yeah, that child camp, a lot of people are struggling because they had that mentality of only relying on money that comes. You know, you don't work for it. You get it. But then I started even that those who come to me right now and then they share the ideas that they have with them, and I give them a go ahead or not to go ahead with it. But most are right now affected. Most people are affected right now.
You think, but you, because you had already started other ways, you can now probably stand on your feet a bit.
Yeah, because during the Chawir, when I was working with them, I was less focused on Dubai. Yeah, I had some kids that were running it, and in one way or the other, like Mariak said, they turned it into a comedy hub because they're sharing memes and the rest. Yeah, I was not focused on it. You get it? But then now when I pull out, I started focusing on it, and I realized like I was really wasting time, because of the income that the media brings.
Okay, I think just kind of before kind of I conclude, you earlier on you said like you don't have regrets and what, but like from your earlier days, are there people that you probably think you'll be like saying like you're sorry to now that you have kind of grown and became mature for some of the stuff or some of the things maybe?
That will be everyone. It will be everybody on social media because for giving them fake stories, like especially with Young Tycoon, people right now have that belief that Young Tycoon is rich, and that was because of me, because I made them believe he is rich. But then there are those right now who are understanding, who really know.
Do you think a lot of young people probably try to follow that lifestyle as a result of those stories?
Right now, there are people, I see pages online that are doing the same thing back in the days, and I would laugh.
You'll be like, oh no, brother.
But at this given time, no, I don't think we should be running tabloids and stuff, because in one way or the other, you will get exposed. The person I was exposed by a lady, followed by Madwal, the comedian. Yeah, Madwal was the second person to expose me because we had this conflict of some lady and stuff, and he felt like I was attacking him and stuff. So he went personal on his account, posted my pictures. Oh, this is the guy. He's called Clever Peterson. He's from here. He's from there. And people got to know me, but I could still deny. When people reach out to my inbox, I'll be like, oh no, that's not me. Yeah, I also want to know who Judas is, because I had my personal account, and then there is the other anonymous account. And the anonymous account, I got to know a lot of people through the anonymous account. Yeah, and until now, you'll find that people that call me Judas right now, that's also call me Judas. And anybody that calls me Peterson, this is somebody that just got
to know you recently.
Maybe when I was already working with a child or these other public figures.
Clever Peterson, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, super.